भवान्युगान्तार्णवोर्मिमालिनी श्रोणीम् इमाम् ओषधिविरुधां निधिम् मया सहोरु क्रमतेज ओजसा तस्मै जगत्प्राणगणात्मने नमः इति भवान्युगान्तार्णव ऊर्मिमालिनी श्रोणीम् इमाम् ओषधिविरुधां निधिम् मया सहोरु क्रमतेज ओजसा तस्मै जगत्प्राणगणात्मने नमः इति Can I have one Prabhu and one Mataji?
भवान्युगान्तार्णवोर्मिमालिनी श्रोणीम् इमाम् ओषधिविरुद्धां निधिम् मया सहोरु क्रमतेज ओजसा तस्मै जगत्प्राणगणात्मने नाम इति
Mataji. Word to word meaning. Bhavan, your Lordship. Yuga Anta Arnave, in the water of devastation. At the end of the millennium. Urmimalini, possessing rows of big waves. Shoni, the planet Earth. Imam, this. Oshadhi Virudham, of all kinds of herbs and drugs. Nidhim, the storehouse. Maya, me. Maya, me. Saha, with. Uru, great. Kramate, you roamed. Aja, O unborn one. Ojasa, with speed. Tasmai, onto him. Jagat, of the entire universe. Pranagana Atmane, the ultimate source of life. Namaha, my respectful obeisances. Iti, thus. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. O Almighty Lord, at the end of millennium, this planet Earth, which is the source of all kinds of herbs, drugs, and trees, was inundated by water and drowned beneath the devastating waves. At that time, you protected me along with the earth and roamed the sea with great speed. O unborn one, you are the actual maintainer of the entire universal creation, and therefore you are the cause of all living entities. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. But envious persons cannot appreciate how wonderfully the Lord creates, maintains, and annihilates the universe. But devotees of the Lord can understand this perfectly well. Devotees can see how the Lord is acting behind the wonderful workings of the material nature. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam etunanina kaunteya jagat viparivartate. This material nature is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, and it is producing all moving and unmoving beings. By its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. All the wonderful transformations of nature are happening under the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Envious persons cannot see this, but a devotee, even though very humble and even if uneducated, knows that behind all the activities of nature is the supreme hand of the Supreme Being. Om Jnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Svavadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Bhagavatam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvanayagunatamritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Parijanasetam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sarvanayagunatamritam Shri Vishwahan Vitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchākalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurabhishaya Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vacharam parmandan gayate girim yat kripatam vande Shri Guru Devatayam Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. Very happy to be here again. Just a question, so I'm reciting Mangalacharan. How many of you remember Rupa Goswami? Recite full Mangalacharan. Anyone? We chanted Pranam Mantra of Rupa Goswami. What's that? Shri Rupam Sagrajatam, that comes in one day of Shri Guru. And Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale. So I always tell this in various different classes, especially when we speak about absorption and consciously doing things. Especially Mangalacharan. You see, it's a meditation on different personalities. And when we meditate on these different personalities, we get closer to them. And more we are attached to these personalities in the parampara, more we'll be able to advance in bhakti. And after all, we are Rupanugas. We have to remember Rupa Goswami. Therefore, we have an exclusive prayer in Mangalacharan, you see. And those devotees who are fortunate to have gone to Vrindavan and taken darshan of Rupa Goswami Samadhi. When you close your eyes, you can remember the Samadhi Mandir of Rupa Goswami. Which temple? Radha. Yes. So, it's very nice like that. And when we are paying obeisances, Vancha Kalpataru, we can remember all these personalities in the altar. The speaker is in tension because he has to speak. So he will obviously offer prayers and all that. Even the audience should be in tension. You know why? Because the speaker is going to speak a heavy subject matter from Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam itself is heavy. It's very intricate, very deep. So how will I be able to understand? In this mode, the audience, they offer Mangalacharan. So both speaker and audience should be tense in Bhagavatam class. A very nice verse from 5th canto, 18th chapter, 28th shloka. So this is a prayer that is offered to one of the avatars of the Lord. And which avatar, by translation, you were able to make out? Is Matsya avatar. So Matsya avatar is offered this prayer. There's a great personality, Vaivasata Manu. He is offering this prayer. Somehow I had a desire that someday I want to speak about Matsya avatar, and today I got the voice. So who is this? Before I talk about Matsya avatar, one question. So how many Matsya avatars are described in Srimad Bhagavatam? Two avatars, two Matsya avatars are described. For all the devotees, maybe we can recollect this point. In Brahma's entire day, firstly, how many Divya Yugas are there in Brahma's entire day? 1,000 Divya Yugas. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. 1,000 Divya Yugas. And the entire Brahma's day is divided into 14 parts, and they're called as Manvantaras. Each Manvantara has got 71 Divya Yugas. And like that, when you calculate, it comes to 1,000 Divya Yugas in one day of Brahma. So in each Manvantara, we have a person who heads the entire Manvantara. He is the king. And he is the Manu. He is called as Manu. So Manu is like the position. President, Prime Minister, those are all small people of this world. But Manu, he is leading the entire Manvantara. So like that we have 14 Manvantaras. So first Matsya avatar manifested at the start of the day of Brahma. Because Brahma lives for 100 years. Yes, 100 years. What's the full lifespan of Brahma? 311 trillion 40 billion years. These many years he lives. So like that he has one day, and one day is 1,000 Divya Yugas. So 1,000 Divya Yugas is one day multiplied by 2, multiplied by 365, multiplied by 100. That's how you get the calculation, 311 trillion 40 billion years. So now, one of the specific day, so it was night time, and whenever Brahma goes off to sleep at night, it is described that there is annihilation, pralaya. Which annihilation? Complete or partial? Partial annihilation. So in partial annihilation, planets from Pataloka, till which planet gets destroyed? Till Mahalok. So Bhulok, then Bhuvar, then Swarga, then Janalok, Mahalok, Tapalok, Satyalok. Yes. So it is described the first 4 planetary systems will remain intact. All the other planets are destroyed. Just imagine Brahma. I was just one day when I was reading Bhagavatam, I was thinking, every night when he sleeps, all this will get destroyed, and when he gets up, he has to create again. So we sleep and then things are getting destroyed. I don't think we'll sleep then. So Brahma is sleeping and all these things are taking place. So one such night of Brahma, where Brahma is going to sleep and this partial annihilation is taking place. So that time, from Brahma's mouth, the Vedas were coming out. Because devotees, they have so much of practice of chanting the holy names. Even at night sometimes, they will chant the holy names. Yes. So Brahma is chanting. So that's how the Vedas are coming out of his mouth. At that time, a demon came to steal away the Vedas. And at that time, Lord manifested himself as Matsya Avatar. He comes and he rescues the Vedas, he kills the demon, and he established. That's the first Matsya Avatar. But this prayer is not offered to that Matsya Avatar. This prayer is offered to the second Matsya Avatar. So how this second Matsya Avatar manifested is our today's discussion. So this comes in 8th canto, chapter 24, text 10 onwards. Currently, which Manvantara is going on? Manvantara. Vaivasata Manu. Number 7. Yes. So this happened, this discussion that we are going to have now, this happened at the end of 6th Manvantara. And the 6th Manvantara is called as Chakshusha Manvantara. This Manvantara is a little special. Because as we said, partial annihilation takes place at the end of day of Brahma. Complete annihilation. All the planetary systems till Satyaloka are destroyed at the end of life of Brahma. So actually speaking, at the end of Manvantara, there is no annihilation that takes place. But this Manvantara was a little special. And something special happened in terms of annihilation. And therefore, that is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. There was a great devotee of the Lord, and his name was Satyavrata Muni, or King Satyavrata. I'm not sure if he's the same person who wrote Damodar Ashtakam. He's the same person? I'm not sure. So, Satyavrata Muni. So, this Satyavrata Muni was doing some tapasya. And his tapasya was only on water for many, many days together. He was only on water. Actually, tapasya is done to please the Lord. When it comes to devotees, devotees are not very keen in gaining some powers. It's not that I'm sitting in a Bhagavatam class on the Vyasasana and suddenly I start floating in the air. Let me do tapasya for that. And then I'll get a lot of followers and this and that. Or the audience in general to float in the air. Devotees are not interested in all this. When a disciple of Srila Prabhupada came and told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, there is a yogi who has come who is walking on the water. He's able to walk from one end of Ganga to another. And Prabhupada, he looked at the disciple and said, he has wasted his time. I do that in 2 paisa. I take a boat from one end to another. Why does it need to do so much austerity? So devotees are not very keen about doing austerity to gain some power. But devotees are very keen to do tapasya to please the Lord. And Lord is pleased not by dry tapasya. Lord is pleased by devotional service. So when devotees fast, it's not that they want to torture the body. Devotees fast so that they can get more time to do devotional service. So that they can chant more rounds. They can read more, hear more. That's why devotees do tapasya. And Satyavrata Muni was a devotee. And he was doing tapasya. Tapasya to please the Lord. Now this Satyavrata Muni, when he was doing tapasya, one of the things that he was doing in tapasya is offering water. So he took a palmful of water and he just took that and he was about to offer and he saw there was a fish in his palm along with the water. So what Satyavrata Muni did, as any devotee would do, he threw that. What will I do with the fish? So when he threw that, so that time, to the astonishment of Satyavrata Muni, the fish spoke. And it's very nice. Satyavrata Muni is not astonished. The fish spoke and the fish is saying, you can maybe display the verse. I think 12th verse. Eight, 24. I'm not written the number. Why are you throwing me? Oh, that's the translation. So he says this and you all can repeat. Very nice. The fish is speaking. Yadobhyo jnati gatibhyo Dinama dinavatsalaha Katham Risrajase Rajan Bhitamasmin Sarijjale. You all know who the fish is? Don't tell. Wait. We all know. And that fish is speaking, and that fish is very, very fearful. And that fish is saying, Katham Visrajase Rajan, why are you throwing me? Why are you throwing me in water? Bhitam, I'm very fearful. Why you are fearful? Oh, there are big fishes, you don't know. The big fishes eat up the small fishes. And therefore, I'm very, very fearful. In this particular shloka, Srila Prabhupada quotes from Matsya Purana. And he makes this point. He quotes the shloka. Please repeat. Ananta Shaktir Bhagavan Matsya Rupi Janardhanaha Kridartham Yachayam Asa Swayam Satyavratam Ripam. Who is that Matsya? Here it is. Ananta Shaktir Bhagavan. Supreme Personality of God with unlimited strength. He is that small fish. He is Janardana. Nonetheless, while doing his Krida, while doing his pastime, he is telling Satyavrata that I am very fearful, please protect me. This is the pastime of the Lord. Lord depends on the devotees to increase the devotees' devotion towards himself. It's a very nice thing. So when the deities are there, so deities have come to accept our service. Now some people, they have this allegation of other faiths or other people. What is this you are doing Murti Puja? Stone, wood and all that. इतने सारे मुगल्स आए और इतने सारे विग्रह तोड़ के गए, कहाँ थे आपके भगवान तभी? Where were your deities? Where is your Bhagwan if he is really there as the deity? And the answer is, deity form, Lord is not coming to show his prowess. He is not here to show how powerful he is. He is there in the deity form to accept the service of the devotees. Because every incarnation of the Lord has a purpose. And the purpose of Archa Avatar is to accept service of the devotees and purify the devotees. To connect with the devotees and take the devotees back home, back to God. But when the Lord comes as Narsimha, when he comes as Varaha, when he comes in various other forms, at that time he shows his prowess. He does all the possible things. He gave a tight slap to Hiranyaksha and killed him. He did the abdominal surgery to his elder brother. He killed him. So like this he does, he establishes himself as Supreme Lord in various of his incarnations. But in Archa Avatar he is not interested. So in Archa Avatar, Lord is depending on us. He is depending on us. अगर आप लोग मुझे खिलाओगे तो मुझे खाना मिलेगा, नहीं तो मैं भूखा रहूंगा. That's the mood of the Lord when he's standing. Once back, when I was staying with my family, so I was offering bhoga to the Lord, and it was getting late, a little disturbance, and I was offering late हो गया. So one of my relatives was at home. So relative was telling, इतना क्या टेंशन ले रहा है तू? इतने सारे मंदिर में है, सेम भगवान ही है, वो खा देंगे कहीं ना कहीं. But that is not the understanding. Yes. So in our house, if the Lord is coming in certain form, he has come only for us and is exclusively present only here in my altar. If I don't feed him, he will not get food. He will fast. He has to fast. Yes. So therefore, that is the mood that with time devotees develop. And therefore, devotees don't leave their deities just like that. They make sure some arrangement is made, to offer the deities some bhoga, some worship and things like that. Because Lord is depending there on the devotee to increase the devotion of the devotee. Same thing we see in the life of Sanatana Goswami. Madan Mohan, he is showing as if he is dependent on this Goswami, who is just a beggar on the street going around and begging. Yes, Madhukari is doing. So he is like a beggar. But Madan Mohan is telling Sanatana Goswami, हमेशा आटा खिलाते हो, थोड़ा नमक तो डालो. And Sanatana Goswami is like, today you are asking for salt, tomorrow you will ask for feast, you better go away. And Madan Mohan is, no, it's okay, whatever you feel, I think. Now look at that wonderful dependence that the Lord shows on his devotees to increase the love of his devotees. And here we see, Lord is showing his dependence on Satyavrat Muni, Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is showing dependence on Satyavrat Muni. अरे तुम मुझे फेंक दी? All the big fishes will eat me up. Please do something. See, for us, these verses and these things might not matter much. Yes. But great devotees, who have attained Krishna Prema, for them, these verses bring tears in their eyes. You know why? Because they think, my Lord, my Supreme Lord, who can do anything, he is, if fearful, he is crying for protection. And with that mood, they cry, how great my Lord is, how great my Lord is. Yes. And here we see Satyavrat Muni. He saw this. King Satyavrata, he is hearing all this. And Prabhupada writes in this purport, very nice thing. Satyavrat Muni decided to give protection to the fish without knowing him to be Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Bichara Vyasa Rora Than he thought, let me protect him. Naturally, the hearts of devotees are soft. But Prabhupada writes, service rendered to Supreme Lord knowingly or unknowingly never goes in vain. All of us today, if you're sitting and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, some lifetimes and previously, unknowingly we have done some service. That's called Agyata Sukriti. And now when we have enough spiritual credits, we have been allowed to sit in the assembly of Vaishnavas. and discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, any service that is offered, knowingly, unknowingly, it counts. Therefore, we should be very, very clever as preachers. We should trick people into devotional service. Especially while doing book distribution. हाथ लगाओ, बुक को हाथ लगाओ, कुछ नहीं खरीदना मत खरीदो, हाथ लगाओ. But ज़्यादा इंटेंसिव होने लोग भाग जाते हैं, हाथ लगाओ. I've seen sometimes devotees doing that, but नहीं लगाना है हाथ. And you see during Jagannath Rath Yatra, there are so many people, they have no clue of who that person is with big eyes on the Rath. But still, devotees take the rope, from the road they take it to footpath. हाथ लगाओ. Yes. So unknowingly, when these people take darshan of the Lord, not knowing that He is Lord, or take prasad of the Lord, or whatever, they get agyat sukriti. And they become fortunate in some lifetime to become a devotee and attend Sunday feast class in some center, maybe of this one Whitefield. Therefore, I feel very fortunate. Whenever I sit with Vaishnavas and discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, I feel very fortunate that in this life I am getting this opportunity to speak and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, knowingly, unknowingly, whatever service we render, that is counted. Krishna counts. So what Satyavrat Muni did is, out of compassion on the Supreme Lord, who is compassion personified, he took that fish and he placed in Kamandalu. You know what is the translation of Kamandalu in English? Prabhupada writes, water jug. So Satyavrat Muni took fish and he placed it in the water jug. And he kept it in one of his place in his hut, wherever he was. And next day morning he sees, in one night, the fish had grown so much and he is not able to move in the jug, in the Kamandalu. He is not able to move. And at that time, fish spoke again to Satyavrat. He said, I do not like to live in this water pot. I am not able to move. See, I am not able to move. Yes. Therefore, please find a better reservoir of water and please put me there. Okay, Satyavrat Muni said, okay. So king took the fish and there was a well. He put the fish inside the well. Now within moments, it is described that the fish, it became Hastatrayam. It extended itself to 3 cubits. Now 3 cubits, 1 cubit is 18 inches. Hastatrayam, Hasta means it starts from elbow till the tip of the finger. This is called Hasta. It's called as Tra, Hastatrayam. So 3 times of this. So it became huge. And when it became huge, again the fish addressed Satyavrata. That's very astonishing for us, but Satyavrata is not astonished yet. And the fish is speaking. 20. Nama etat alamrajan Sukham vastum udanchanam Prithu dehi padam mayam Yatvaham sharanam gata. So he's saying, hey Rajan, there is no sukha in here also. See, I'm not able to move. There is no sukha, it's not a happy residence for me. So I request you, Dehi Padam Mayam, please give me little bigger place. Why should I give bigger place to you? Say Satyavrata is asking this question. Why should I give? Sharanam Gata, I have taken your shelter. This is Lord's trick, you see. Lord takes the shelter of the devotees to give shelter to devotees. Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. And the hidden line is, you surrender unto me, I surrender unto you. That's how we see in the pastimes of the Lord. The devotees who surrender to the Lord, Lord is ready to do anything for that devotee. Anything. Literally anything. Even to an extent where he is ready to dance without music. In Krishna Lila, Gopis are showing butter. And Krishna, hey, give me butter. And Gopis are like, dance. Music? And no music, dance. And Krishna is dancing. And then Gopi, okay, enough, one dance, hello. Krishna is ready to do anything for his devotees, including dance without music. And this prayer was offered. Again, Satyavrat Muni, he took the fish from the well, and there was a lake, little bigger lake. and he threw the fish in the lake. Now, in front of the eyes of Satyavrat Muni, the fish became huge, gigantic. Extent of the water, it just accumulated, or it just became as big as the lake. And again the fish spoke to Satyavrata. 22. Naitan me swastaye rajan udakam salilaukasaha nidehi raksha yogena hriday mam avidasini. He is saying, hey Rajan, again, this place is not good enough for me. I am big and this water is not suitable for me. You put me in a place. Now the translation is very nice. It would be better to put me in the water of the lake that will never reduce. When I was reading this translation, I was thinking, water is reducing or fish is increasing? Very nice translation, very nice shloka, very nice. So he's saying, put me in that place where water does not reduce. It happens sometimes we tell, we see some devotees, bro, kitne mote ho gaye aap? Ek kurta chota hai bro. So when I was reading this translation, I was thinking, oh, okay, this is the same parampara. So again, it's very nice to see that again Satyavrat Muni is not very astonished. He took the fish and he took that fish and threw it in the largest reservoir of water that he could think of. And at that time, when Satyavrat Muni saw, again the fish has increased in its size. But very wonderful thing now is that Satyavrat Muni took it from there also and he put the fish in the ocean. So it started with water jug, kamandalu, then well, then lake, then huge reservoir of water, and from there he took it to ocean. So now when the fish, which is so huge, is put in the ocean, look at what the fish is saying. 24. Shipyamanastamahedam Iha mam makaradayah Adantya atibalavira Mamne hod srashtumarhasi. Now you can imagine the size of the fish. I hope all of you are able to imagine. Kitna bada fish hai. But now this fish is saying that, see, when you are throwing me in the ocean, please remember, oh Satyavrata, there are so many sharks here. And I'm very fearful of the sharks. Baba, you're so big, you can eat up all the sharks. But he's like, I'm so fearful of the sharks. See, Makaradaya, I'm so fearful. And all of them, Ati Bala Veera, they're all powerful and dangerous. And they all can eat me up. Therefore, you should not throw me in this place. Abhi Satyavrat Muni was thinking, Abhi yahan se leke kahan dale? This ocean is the biggest reservoir of water. Biggest water body, where will you put? So Satyavrat Muni then realized, this is not some fish. This is something different. And I realized that this personality is none other than my worshipable Lord. And at that time he says, 25, last two lines, he says, Tam aha ko bhavan asman matsya rupena mohe. He's very clear now, Supreme Personality of Godhead, but still he's asking, who are you, sir? Tam aha ko bhavan asman, bhavan? Who are you? Matsya rupena mohe. You have come in this matsya, in this form of fish, and you're bewildering us? Who are you? And then he's saying, oh my Lord, in one day you expanded yourself hundreds of miles, covering water of river and the ocean. I have never seen till now. And at that time, he tells the Lord, who is he? I mean, the Lord is acting, no, sharks will eat me, sharks will eat me. Now he's telling, 27, very beautiful shlokas. Now in 3 shlokas, Satyavrat Muni is glorifying the Lord and is telling, I got to know who you are. Who you are? Nunam Tvam Bhagavan Sakshat Hari Narayano Vyayah Anugrahaya Bhutana Dhatse Rupam Jalokasam. Oh Lord, I got to know Tvam Bhagavan Sakshat, your Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is that? Hari, Narayana, you're my Lord. Now say, the fish says, if I'm your Lord, then why then this fish form? God is saying, Satyavrata Muni is saying, this is just to show mercy to all the living entities that now you have appeared in this very, very wonderful form. And then he continues and he says, 28. Namaste Purusha Shreshta.
Namaste Purusha Shreshta.
Stitya Utpatya Apyayeshwara.
Stitya Utpatya Apyayeshwara.
Bhaktanam Naha.
Bhaktanam Naha.
Prapannanam.
Prapannanam.
Mukhyo hi Atmagatir Vibho.
Mukhyo hi Atmagatir Vibho.
Namaste Purusha Shrestha. You are your Shrestha Purusha, your topmost personality in the entire creation, in all the three worlds, be it spiritual or material. Hey, what have I done? Why are you calling me like this? And Satyavrata Muni is saying, because you are the cause of creation, maintenance and annihilation. Again and again you will see in Srimad Bhagavatam, multiple times these three words will be used. Creation, maintenance, annihilation. There were many times when devotees read Srimad Bhagavatam initially. They read and then, फिर से prayer, हटाओ. Next, fast time. फिर से prayer, हटाओ. So devotees skip prayers. Because devotees feel that तो वो repeat ही करने वाले. Your cause of creation, maintenance, annihilation. You are about three modes. और क्या बोलते हैं devotees? Your cause of all causes. Yes. And the matter cannot touch you. So these are some different points that you will see. But one thing that we have to notice, with time, as we progress on the path of devotional service, prayers will be given more importance than the pastime. You know why? Because these prayers, they contain not just these wordings, these prayers also contain the mood of the devotee. And as we advance in bhakti, we become very greedy. I also want to imbibe that mood. And therefore devotees memorize prayers. Like prayers of Queen Kunti, prayers of Bhishma Dev, prayers of the gopis in separation from Krishna, and so on and so forth. So devotees memorize and devotees chant, and now the goal is different. And they know the pastime. They know the content of the prayers. Now they want to imbibe the mood of the prayers and the chant the prayers like that. And these prayers, especially these prayers which talks about the Aishwarya of the Lord, helps us to understand the position of the Lord. The Sambandha Gyan becomes clear. Today morning I gave a class on Sambandha Abhidaya Prayojan. And we were discussing this fact that if Sambandha is clear, other things will fall in place. Currently, the reason that we're suffering in the illusion that I've mastered is because Sambandha is not clear. Once the Sambandha becomes clear, that I'm servant of Krishna. And who is Krishna? Krishna is that Supreme Personality of Godhead. And immediately what happens is, in our constitutional position, we will be very, very happy. Because we can be happy only in our original position and not in an artificially assumed position of being a master or Prabhu. And therefore he is saying, Bhaktanam Naha Prapannanam Mukhyo hi Atma Gatir Vibho. Oh Lord, you are our Gati, you are our leader and you are our destination. Therefore, Namaste, I offer my obeisances unto you. And then he continues. Because now he has to establish that this fish is not an ordinary fish. This fish is Supreme Lord. For all of us, so that we understand that this is Lord himself is saying, Sarva Leelavataraste
Sarva Leelavataraste
Bhutanam Bhuti Hetavaha
Bhutanam Bhuti Hetavaha
Jnatum Ichhamyadorupam
Jnatum Ichhamyadorupam
Yadartham Bhavatadritam.
Yadartham Bhavatadritam.
So Lord is, Satyavrata Muni is saying that, oh Lord, you take different types of avatars. You all know how many types of avatars are there of the Lord? Types. 6 types. We have starting with Purusha avatar, then Guna avatar, Leela avatar, Shakti avatar, Manvantara avatar, very important, Yuga avatar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. So these are 6 types of avatars. And now here, Satyavrat Muni is glorifying that, oh Lord, all your Leelas and all your avatars are just meant for the welfare of all living entities. Therefore, I beg and pray to you, I want to understand, Jnatum Ichchami, I have a desire to understand. Aho Rupam Yadartham Bhavatadritam. Oh Lord, please tell me, what is the purpose of this huge form that you have accepted? Very nice, very beautiful. Whenever devotees offer prayers, one is they are curious and at the same time they solve our queries, our doubts that we might get when we are reading Shastra. Continuing, finally he offers one more prayer before Matsya speaks. Nater Vindaksha Padopasarpanam Mrisha Bhavet Sarva Suhut Priyatmanah Yathe Taresham Pritagatmanam Satam Adidrasho Yad Vapuradbhutam Hinaha. He's saying, oh Lord, you possess eyes like that of lotus petals. So hence proved that even in Matsya Avatar, Lord's eyes are very beautiful. Yes. And then he says that, oh Lord, Nasha Bhave Sarpa Surat Priyatmana. So he's talking about one sort of worship. And what he's specifically talking about, worshipping Devatas, demigods. And he's making this point that those who worship Devatas, they're not very intelligent. Why Devata worshippers are not very intelligent? I'm sure all of you know. Point number 1. Yes. They are having material desires, therefore they are approaching Devatas. Okay, second. The results are temporary. You will ask the Lord, Devata, and the Devata will give you that benediction. But it's on a material platform, it's temporary. Third.
They are ultimately coming from the Supreme Personality.
Oh, it's coming directly from Supreme Lord. So why indirectly worship the Devata? Fourth. Devata himself is temporary. And his planet also is temporary. So what's the point of being on the temporary platform? And will remain in cycle of birth and death for lifetimes together. Therefore, Devata worshippers are not very much appreciated. They are called as less intelligent in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna himself is saying they are less intelligent. And one of the very important points is, no Devata can give moksha. No Devata can give moksha. No Devata can help the person to break the cycle of birth. No Devata. But sometimes people say, no, Lord Shiva gives moksha. I mean, how do you understand this point? Shiva gives moksha or no? Lord Shiva? He can give. Okay, so Prabhu has a nice point. Krishna empowers Lord Shiva. Here someone is saying.
He gives moksha to Tamasic.
He gives moksha. No, Tamasic people cannot get moksha. Yes.
I think they are moksha means to his planet. Means Shiva, his planet.
No, moksha means breaking the cycle of birth. Yes.
He also received the name of Lord Ram.
That's very nice. So one point which we can take is Lord himself empowers Lord Shiva to give moksha. And how does Lord Shiva give moksha? In general, everyone knows in India. People say if you leave the body in Kashi, you get moksha. But they also know that in Kashi, when they leave the body, while leaving the body, Lord Shiva personally comes and chants Ram. When Lord Ram's name is chanted, then the person gets moksha. So Lord Shiva is playing the role of a guru. Guru is empowered to help the devotee to break the cycle of birth and death. Similarly, Lord Shiva is empowered to help the devotee to break the cycle of birth and death. I hope this point is clear. So in general, no Devata by his own endeavor, his own power, he can give moksha. That's the point which we want to establish here. And now he's saying that Oh Lord, you are Sarva Surat, Priyatmanah, your supreme friend, and you are the dearmost super soul of everyone. And worship of your lotus feet are never useless. Never. Little service done to the Lord is carry forward the next and the next and the next lifetime till the point we attain the ultimate destination. It is described that if we offer little service to Krishna, and due to some reason, if we leave bhakti and go away, Krishna will not leave that person. Krishna will drag that devotee back home, back to Godhead some lifetime. वो डिवोटी बोल रहा है अरे छोड़ो नहीं आना है मुझे छोड़ो नहीं आना पड़ेगा नहीं आना है सेवा क्यों किया फिर why did you do seva? Lord is searching for reasons, you know. One obeisances that we offer, and Lord says this person is mine. One obeisances. Sometimes newcomers come, they don't know what they're doing also. They'll come a little bit. Some people go down. Sometimes they don't know. They come with some material desires. But then just by going down in front of the Lord gives much more than what a person can think also. Ravan did so much of tapasya to get Lanka and other opulences. But Vibhishan, he just paid an obeisance to Lord Ram, and Lord Ram gave Lanka to Vibhishan. Look. So wonderful. No Devata can do this. No Devata can do this. In fact, some places it is said that sometimes the Devatas are a little insecure. इतना तपस्या कर रहा है मेरा पोजीशन ले लेगा ब्रह्मा उर्वशी मैंने कहा जाओ थोड़ा काम करके आओ डिस्टर्ब हिम I was just thinking one day that हमें तो कोई डिस्टर्ब करने आता नहीं है भी हम चैंटिंग कर रहे हो कोई आजू बाजू के नाच रहा है because they know we are already disturbed इनको और क्या डिस्टर्ब करें yes already. Therefore, one point is very clear that it's only Lord who can deliver us back home, back to God. There is no other person. There's no other person. Therefore, with full confidence, Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Mam ekam sharanam raja. Confidence dekhiye Bhagwan ka. Mam ekam sharanam raja. Give up everything else. All your conceptions you give up. Mam ekam sharanam raja. Surrender unto me. Me. Only me. So this is the mood, in which Lord speaks. Because he knows that he is the only capable person. Because when you're taking shelter of someone, in the process of Sharanagati, Sharanagat, or the person who is going to surrender, he should have certain qualities. He should follow the 6 limbs of surrender, starting with Anukulesya Sankalpa till Karpanya. Yes, the 6 limbs of surrender. He has to follow. But a person who is giving shelter, so that person should also have some qualification. And there are 2 qualifications which are mentioned in Shastra. The first one is that that person should be capable. He should be capable. Samartha. This is the word that was used. Samartha. He should be capable. And second, he should be merciful. Now there can be a very great person who is very capable. He can give you shelter. But if he is not merciful, what's the point? He is saying, oh, you're so fallen. Get out of this place. But that person who is capable and merciful is only one personality, and his name is Sri Krishna. Therefore, when you take shelter of the Lord, it never goes in vain. That's what Satyavrata Muni is telling. But Satyavrata Muni has a question. Why you appear in this form? What is the purpose? And at that time, Lord is speaking. Directly Lord begins and he says, 7th day from today, all the 3 worlds will be annihilated. Will merge in water. At that time, oh Satyavrata, a large boat will come. Satyavrata is thinking, what am I supposed to do with the boat? And Lord is giving all the details. He's saying, collect all the seeds, collect all types of herbs, load them onto the boat. Anyone else is allowed on the boat? 7 rishis. Take them. Take some other living entities. And you also board that boat. Okay, what will happen? What will happen at that time? Because you can imagine, the entire world is filled with water. And you are there on the boat. Normally, why do we enjoy the boat ride? Because we know we will get down from the boat at the other end. We know very well. यहाँ से चढ़े वहाँ उतरने वाले. Now imagine there is no place that you are going to get down. It's only water everywhere. I don't know how many of you have read the description of inundation given in Srimad Bhagavatam. The waves are huge. You see those videos where the tsunami has taken place in certain places. You see those videos. It's so horrifying. The waves are like kilometers up. And it's very dangerous to see that. देख के ही मर जाएगा कोई. वो पानी गिरने की जरूरत नहीं. Yes. So imagine how will be inundation, water of inundations. So that boat, and here Lord is particularly saying, without moroseness, you shall easily travel with your companions on this ocean of inundation. The only illumination that will remain, because in inundation, every place will be dark. जहाँ भी देखेंगे, it will be dark. So सब जगह पे पानी है, you can feel it. You are on the boat, and it's pitch dark everywhere. And Lord is telling the only illumination will be the effulgence coming from the body of the rishis. Rishis are effulgent. That was the only one. Now say there might be a question, but how will we be saved? Oh Lord, what will happen to us? So that time Lord is saying, the boat is tossed about by the powerful winds. So that time, attach the entire boat to one of my organ at that time. And it's a very special fish, because this special fish has got a horn. And he says, attach the boat to the horn. Kaise? What should I use to connect the boat to your horn? And here Lord is telling, call Vasuki. Wherever rope is needed, Vasuki is called. Which other example you all remember? Samudra. Lord only told the Devtas, call Vasuki. And use Vasuki to, as a rope to churn the entire ocean. Same thing here also. So you tie Vasuki to the boat and the other end, to the horn. And what will happen after that? I will pull the boat. And I will save you and all the rishis. I will travel throughout the night of Brahma, till Brahma's night is over. So this boat ride is personally given by Supreme Lord. When devotees go on the boat, we do kirtan. Yes. I remember once we had katha also on the boat. The boat is going on Ganga in Mayapur and we had a katha. Yes. So this is a special place, or special boat ride. You know why? Because in this boat ride, the katha is not told by the devotees. Katha is directly told by Supreme Lord. And the devotees are what to hear. सोचिए कितना मजा आएगा एक. बट यही है कि ये थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो रहा है सोचने में. पूरी ब्रह्मा की रात. So Brahma's night is equal to how many दिव्य युगस? 1000 दिव्य युगस. अब यहाँ 1-2 घंटा बैठ नहीं पाते हम क्लास में. सोचिए full night of Brahma. The Supreme Lord is speaking. But there is one technical point that I want to mention here. See, at the end of Manvantara, we discussed that there is no annihilation. But this Manvantara, at the end of this Manvantara, this annihilation is manifested. And our Acharyas described that it was actually not the night of Brahma, it was actually day of Brahma. But Brahma felt sleepy for a short time. सोचिए थोड़ा ऐसे झपकी मारे खत्म. So that's what our Acharya is saying. Brahma felt sleepy for a short time by the supreme will of the Lord. And this short time is called as Brahma's night. So in the same sort of devastation, Markandeya Rishi, he could experience some very divine things. And he could experience the entire devastation. So Lord wanted to give the experience of devastation to Satyavrat Muni. Therefore, here the point is made that at the end of Manu's time, there is not necessarily a devastation, but at the end of Chakshusha Manvantara, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by his illusory energy, wanted to show Satyavrat the effects of devastation. This is by Lord's arrangement. Now, Lord spoke all this, and in front of Satyavrat Muni, such a big fish disappeared. And now Satyavrat Muni, he began to wait for that time. I bata diya कि 7 days. So from now, it's like next 7 days, I'm going to come. He started waiting. How was he waiting? He took kusha grass, he kept it on the ground. Specifically, it is described that the tips pointing towards east, and he sat in the direction of northeast. and he started meditating on Supreme Personality of Godhead. Actually, the directions are also very important when we are chanting mantras. We are fortunate that Hare Krishna Mahamantra does not consider time, place, circumstance. But when the second initial devotees chant the Gayatri, so they are supposed to sit in a particular direction. So the two Gayatris, morning and afternoon, they sit towards east, and the evening they sit towards north. So that's expected because there is time, place, circumstance, direction also. Lot of rules and regulations. When you understand the lot of rules and regulations about other mantras, then you'll be very happy. Maha mantra acha hai. Very nice. So here he sat in a particular direction and he started waiting. And at that time, he was meditating on that huge form of fish because he saw the fish. He was meditating on that fish. Dekhte hi dekhte, clouds started coming. And there was huge rains. And the water started flowing out of the ocean, out of the river. And at that time, he saw a boat coming nearby, as told by the Lord. The boat came, immediately Satyavrata collected various herbs and seeds and all that, accompanied by various brahmanas, he got onto the boat. And at that time, see, only Satyavrata knows this is going to happen. The Munis don't know. So he's educating the Munis. Satyavrata is giving the initial pravachan. And he says, 43. Tamochor munaya prita Rajan dhyayasva keshavam Savainaha sankatadasmad Avitasham vidhasyati. So he told that why they have to get onto the boat. But more importantly, the sages, when they got to know about this entire thing, so the sages said, "O king, you meditate on the Lord. You meditate on the Lord and the Lord will save us from this impending danger." They can see the water of devastation everywhere. And at that time, having faith on the Lord and closing eyes and just meditating, that needs a lot of faith. That needs a lot of faith. Same thing in Krishna Lila, when everywhere there was fire. At that time, Lord Krishna told all the Gopas, close your eyes. अभी हम लोग होते उस जगह तो अरे भाई there's fire everywhere asking close your eyes, take me out from here. No, close your eyes. मैं सोच रहा था if I would have been there, I would have. But when it comes to all the Gopas, they had so much of faith on Krishna. All the cows, they had so much of faith on Krishna. They all closed their eyes. And at that time, Krishna drank the fire. Similarly, we see in various other pastimes that devotees, they show that how much faith they have on the Lord by doing that what the Lord has told them to do. Similarly, in our life, in our day-to-day life, sometimes following the principles of bhakti, so bhakti principles are higher, even principles of dharma, at times will be difficult. But still, as devotees, we should have faith on the Lord and just follow. Lord will take care. Yes. But that needs faith. And to get that faith, associate with those who have faith. Then we'll get that faith. And here all the sages are saying that He will save us from impending danger. You meditate on the Lord. You meditate on the Lord. And at that time, in front of the king and everyone else, there's a huge fish that manifested. It had a horn. And how huge? 8 million miles long. Matsya Dev ki Jai. The Dashavatara Stotra, the first Stotra, is glorifying Matsya Dev. Let's chant this prayer. Pralaya payodhi jale dritavanasi vedam. Pralaya
payodhi jale dritavanasi vedam.
Pralaya payodhi jale dritavanasi vedam. Pralaya payodhi jale dritavanasi vedam. Vihita vahitra charitra makhedam.
Vihita vahitra charitra makhedam.
Keshavadrita Meena Sharira Keshavadrita Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare. Pralaya Payoti Jale Dritavanasi Vedam. O Lord, you assume the great form of fish, and you are the one who protected the Vedas. You all remember Vedas? Yes. And also at the same time, various other things, and here specifically mentioned turbulent sea of devastation. So in this way, we see, as soon as the fish came, immediately Vasuki was called, one end to the boat, other end to the horn, and the boat ride began. How long this boat ride went for? 1,000. It was full night of Brahma. And at that time, when the Lord manifested, Satyavrata offered more prayers. And he said, "Oh Lord, you are the Supreme Guru who taught us bhakti. Why you are Supreme Guru? Because I have learned from 7 sages, they have learned from you. So you are Supreme Guru, you are Jagat Guru. By serving you, one becomes free from all false desires for happiness. Just by serving you, like the gold ore becomes purified. By serving you, we contaminated personalities, we become purified. Others also shower mercy. But in front of you, their mercy is not even 1/10,000th of yours. But still people don't take your shelter. You know Lord why? He's telling the word. You know why? Because they are illusioned. They don't have enough buddhi to take your shelter. But I take your shelter. And I pray to you, Lord, kindly cut the knot from the core of my heart and let me know the destination of my life. So in this way, very beautifully, Satyavrata Muni offered prayers. And our Lord, he started moving in the water of inundation. And while moving on the water of inundation, Lord is speaking, Satyavrata is hearing, 7 rishis are hearing. All of them. And what are they hearing? What is Lord speaking? Lord is speaking about absolute truth. He explained spiritual science known as Sankhya Yoga on the boat, distinguishing between matter and spirit. Along with that, he explained the different instructions given in the Puranas and Samhitas. And Lord explained all these literatures himself and spoke about himself. Only Lord can do this. We cannot do this. If we do this, it's an offense. And in this way, King Satyavrata was illuminated by all that knowledge that the Lord gave. And you know what? This Satyavrata Muni, in Chakshusha Manvantara, he was enlightened. And in this Manvantara, he became Vaivasata. And he is the current Manu. And this Manu is offering the prayer that we initially chanted. Let's go back to today's shloka that we recited, 5:18:28. And this, what is the description? Look at the translation. At the end of the millennium, this planet Earth, which is source of all kinds of herbs, drugs and trees, was inundated by water and drowned beneath the devastating water waves. At that time, you protected me. Who is saying? Satyavrata Muni. But now he is called as Vaivasata Manu. And he is offering this prayer. You protected. At that time, you protected me along with earth and roamed the sea with great speed. O unborn one, you are the actual maintainer of the entire universal creation. Therefore, you are the cause of all living entities. I offer my respectful obeisances. So this is the shloka that we discussed today, and therefore this entire pastime. But the entire pastime ends with something very, very encouraging. With Falashruti. What will the hearers get? सुने ना आप लोग सब ठीक से? अभी जो नहीं सुना भी मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. And here is the Falashruti. Please repeat. Satyavrtasya rajarshe Maya matsyasya just a minute. Shanginaha Maya matsyasya shanginaha Samvadam mahadakhyanam Shrutva muccheta kilvisha. Anyone who hears this beautiful pastime of Satyavrat Muni and the fish incarnation of the Lord, Matsya Avatar. Shutva, anyone who hears, what happens? Muchyeta, Kilbisha, they are delivered from all sinful reactions. So wonderful. But now there is more impetus for the speaker. Avataram Hareyoyam Kirtayet Anvaham Naraha Sankalpastasya Siddhyanti Sayati Paramam Gatim. Anyone who narrates this description of Matsya Avatar and King Satyavrata, so I request all of you speak somewhere this one. You know why? It says that person, all sankalpa will be siddha. All the ambitions will be fulfilled. And more importantly, Sayati Paramam Gatim, undoubtedly the person will return home back to Godhead. So therefore I want to speak Matsya. So all glories to Prabhupada, by his mercy, even lame people like us who don't know Sanskrit are able to recite Sanskrit shlokas because we have English transliteration, and we're able to understand the shlokas because the translation is given, and we're able to derive the teachings for our life because he has given in his purpose. Only by his mercy we all exist and will continue to exist here and after this life there. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. So devotees were behind me and they pushed me for one thing. You have to come to AECS to launch your book. I think AECS devotees, out of all the ISKCON AECS devotees, AECS devotees were the ones on the day of Radhashtami. First call I got was from Eval Kishore Prabhu. When I was in Vrindavan, he called me, blessed me, for the book that was published. And after that, I started getting calls from other devotees. Bro, we want the book now. And at that time, we had only 6 books, and I think those 6 books were taken by AECS devotees only. And then at that time, I told Rishabh Guru Prabhu that we'll have a launch in AECS. So I'd like to present, just 5 minutes I'll take, and just speak a little about what insignificant endeavor we have tried to do in this. So this is the book that we are presenting for all of you for your pleasure. And by the way, I had no plans of writing book. I feel very unqualified to do anything like this. So I had given one class called The Types of Illicit Sex. So one devotee, he saw that class, he made transcript word by word. And then he made it into a book and sent it to me as a booklet. And he was asking, bro, can you please give me permission to publish this booklet? Firstly, I don't know that devotee. He's our Amal Puran Prabhu's contact. He is his godbrother. So he got number from Amal Puran Prabhu and then messaged me, and then that's how he contacted me. I went through it and then saw that concepts were not proper for a book. For a lecture, it's okay. Then I thought, let me correct. And that was the time when I went for my treatment also for 9 days. So kuch nahi tha karne ke liye. Morning 2 hours treatment. After that, I used to write. For 9 days, we wrote, and then by Lord's mercy, we could complete the book there. And after coming back, January, I was back first week. I was not confident about publishing because what qualification I have. I'm a chutku. So many devotees have seen me, from white to saffron, and from a person growing, in Krishna consciousness, little by little, yes, falling at times, again getting up. So I wanted someone to go through line by line the entire book. And somehow I have mercy of His Grace Vidwan Varam Prabhu. So some special mercy. So I requested him and Prabhu agreed. So every day for 30 minutes, Prabhu will come online and he would go line by line for the entire book. And he was telling me that, okay, this is a very nice point. Oh, this, where is the reference of this? Because he's very particular about Shastric reference. Then I have to get the reference, show it to him, okay, then it's okay. Next. So that gave me a lot of confidence to present all these subject matters. One is, we have presented pillars of Dharma, because each and every one of us if we call ourselves as devotees, then the first thing that we will do is follow dharma. So the 4 pillars of dharma are presented with practical ways of implementing that in day-to-day life from Prabhupada's teachings. Because I wanted to make sure that I'm in line with what Prabhupada is saying. So directly I've pasted Prabhupada's purports and given references and made it point-wise or whatever to make it more understandable. Second, overcoming urges, the different urges that we have. Srila Rupa Goswami says the first 6 urges that he presents in NOI, they are the first step to growing Krishna consciousness. First step, he says. So that was very revealing, when we were studying Prabhupada's purport, Saraswati Thakur and Bhaktivinoda Thakur's purports. They gave so much importance to this first verse. So that is presented with various solutions. Refraining from sinful activities, especially the 4 pillars of sinful life. Even for newcomers is very much significant because we have practically tried to prove that why it is sinful. And for preachers it's very nice because preachers can read and they can establish it is sinful. Maintaining purity at all levels, mind, body and speech. The greed that I had while writing this chapter was I also want to become pure at mind, speech and body level. So it was very nice doing research and trying to find solutions. And finally, the grave hurdles on the path of bhakti. Each one of us, we might be facing different hurdles. So what are the grave hurdles? Including our smartphones that we have, that is presented. To make life of all the devotees simple, there are flow charts at the end of each chapter. So this is my favorite chart, Ajamil's case study. How Ajamil fell, from sight to the actual act. And there's a note, for all the preachers at the end. Because as a preacher, I have a desire that many devotees, should take up preaching. And so what are the different principles of preaching, important ones? I thought I'll put it at the end of the chapter. So these are the note at the end of each chapter and some places at the end of each section. So I hope this serves the mission in some way. So after completing this entire thing, I wanted more devotees to stand. If it's really proper. So first devotee whom I thought of sending was to the strict sannyasi, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. So I thought if he gives me a stamp that okay, it's good then. And Maharaj is very dharmic. So he actually went through each thing in the book and then he gave his review and I felt very blessed. And then later I sent it to Sankarshan Das Adhikari Prabhu and he gave his review, very merciful. And they took out time to go through. You can imagine Prabhupada disciples going through the book of grand disciple and that to Chutku. And then we have Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj. So he was in India when I sent the book to him, the soft copy. He said once I go to West I'll read and I'll get back. So, and he asked me how much time you want. I said Maharaj in 2 weeks. And he actually sent in 2 weeks. So, and we have Gaurang Prabhu. He went to the book. Gaurang Prabhu's question was, in how many words do you want the review? He himself said, okay, 15 words I'll give. 15 words. And Radhesham Prabhu had come to Bangalore, so I printed the PDF and gave it to him with spiral bind. He was very happy and he said this book can be a guide for many preachers and they can use it as a guide. I requested Vidwan Prabhu, please write the preface to the book. So he wrote the preface. Amoghliya Prabhu gave his reviews. And Shubhavilas Prabhu was the one who gave me the understanding of what it means of publication of a book. He made me go through the entire, explained me various different things. And the one who is publishing books after books, Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. So I thought if he goes to the book and tells me it's proper, then it will be nice. So all these devotees, they blessed me. I mailed His Holiness Rupa Swami Maharaj, he blessed me. He said that I don't have time to go through the book, but the title is very nice. And on the day of Radhashtami, Loknath Maharaj offered the book to Krishna Balram in that altar. And in Vrindavan, my Guru Maharaj, Radhagovinda Goswami Maharaj, he looked at the book like this. I was very scared because once he had scolded me for writing a poem. Now it's a book. So he looked at the book and then, Karthikeya Das, आपका नाम क्या है? And he blessed, he gave the book to me as prasad. So with this confidence, when I'm launching the book here, I hope this helps the devotees. Maybe all the practical solutions which I mentioned, Prabhupada's books and the works of Acharyas, we are trying to present here. And wherever you don't find any reference, please let me know, I'll send the reference. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Once again, we'd like to welcome all of you on Sunday Feast program. ISKCON AECS out Whitefield. So, it was a wonderful lecture given by our own His Grace Karthikeya Prabhuji. One thing I was again contemplating in a very true mood, Prabhuji, as you said, is that actually this particular center is a boat, right? And outside is all the ocean out there. And we have 7 rishis, we have Satyavat Muni, and Lord himself is there to pull us. So we have to keep coming back to this boat and not drown in ocean out there. And Prabhuji so wonderfully explained the pastime. And we are very, very blessed that in Bangalore we have such wonderful devotees who keep reminding us that how we should constantly be involving ourselves in bhakti. So let's loudly chant for Prabhuji in such a way that he comes on numerous occasions and blesses us with his wonderful nectars. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, please.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
And once again, Prabhuji has shared. Actually, I saw when Prabhuji has shared, over the WhatsApp, the wonderful authored book. And as Prabhuji rightly said, I dare say that, of course, I am where I am, but I have seen Prabhuji right from white days till now, having hair on the head, and I remember. Those were the days, and when the center was not there, and how Prabhuji was so nicely starting his journey, and he's a very, very close associate of His Grace Amrita Prabhuji also. So I remember those days how Prabhuji used to get wonderful acharyas to our place. A lot of connections, association Prabhuji has, and for that we are so blessed, and we have also did, I would say, not progress, but association was our qualification, right? So from that point to authoring the book, my God, can't imagine that in such a fast track way Prabhuji has done so well for us. And actually when he was going through the book, snippets and inputs, he is very nicely telling us that there are some practical aspects to bhakti which we have to take care of as a preacher and as a devotee. So I think it's important that each of us should read this book. And Prabhuji has been in Whitefield, so he exactly knows the pulse of all of us, the health of bhakti we do. And Prabhuji is a doctor, Vaidya, and he is giving us upchar, right? Giving us the treatment. So important that for Whitefield devotees at least, each of us should have this book. And now with that, I would say that जब बुक की बात आती है तो क्या तो भद्र पूर्णिमा भी प्रभु जी हो गया चल रहा है है ना लास्ट संडे हो गया लेकिन कोई बात नहीं पूरे साल होना चाहिए so the point is this कि each of us should have the book. We have 100 volume Prabhuji with us right now, right? 100 books with us. Prabhuji is here, and the cost of the book is mere 150 rupees, right? And I will request each of us to purchase the book, and I don't know, Prabhuji, how you will sign it. But Prabhuji has said that he will be signing. That's a little problem. So, yes, so post the Guru Puja, please be available, and 150 rupees is, I think, Prabhuji backdrop to nahi ho jayenge. Should be okay, right? Should be okay, yeah. So, please look forward to take the book and read. Important. So, thank you once again so much, Prabhuji, for sharing your wonderful inputs to this next book. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, we'll move on to some important announcements now. All right. So, on the auspicious day of Bhadra Purnima, as we said, we have received 9 sponsorship and distributed 9 Srimad Bhagavatam sets. Hari Bol. And Rishabh Guru Prabhuji, where are you? As usual, he is again selling books only. I think. Yes. So big Hari Bol for Rishabh Guru Prabhuji. As usual, he has begged. Every year he does that, and this year was no exception. So big Hari Bol for Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for leading the path and making sure that we are the souls out there purchasing books, and your sincere efforts are well appreciated by all of us. Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Also, we are pleased to announce this again a wonderful initiative. Every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Nagar Sankirtan is starting, and our own Shivam Prabhuji, where is he?
Prabhuji is at home.
Okay, Mataji is there. Okay, yes. So Prabhuji had this wonderful idea that we should have Nagar Sankirtan every Sunday. So with Rishabh Guru Prabhuji, Mohit Prabhuji, Chetantar Prabhuji, Ravi Prabhuji, he has started to do that. So please join if you would like to, if you can. Important that you should go and spread Krishna consciousness to Nagar Sankirtan in this AECS layout, which is so vibrant community, right? We should look to get more and more souls. होना ये चाहिए कि जाइए और कीजिए और खींच के संडे फीस के लिए आइए 9 o'clock. Best, I think. कहाँ जा रहे हैं? रुकिए खाना तो खाते ही रहिएगा. खाना means not offer prasadam outside, and pull them here, and they should attend the session. So wonderful thought process. A big Hari Bol for Shiv Prabhuji and team. Hari Bol. And also very I would say disciplined way, Arpana Mataji is leading the Japa session at 8:30 a.m. Where is she, Mataji? Yes, there. Yes, so Mataji is very sincerely following it, and yes, me included. I am not able to join, but we see few devotees are joining, and now I see so many devotees. At 8:30 a.m. all of us can come in, right? It will be wonderful Sankirtan, chanting Prabhuji, right? So that is the dream of His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhuji as well, that 8:30 a.m. we should all come and chant. And who has actually inspired us? None other than His Grace Bhujan Prabhuji, right? So thank you, Aruna Mataji, for very dedicatedly doing it. Yes, in parampara it is, but thank you. You get a chance. So of course, under the leadership of His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhuji. So please do join for 8:30 a.m. chanting, which is important. Also, we are starting along with the other Gita courses which is going on. We are starting two new Gita course thanks to Janmashtami. So this is in Prestige Q Garden, led by Her Grace Krishna Premmayi Radha Mataji. Big Hari Bol. Very important that Krishna conscious family में souls जुड़ते जाएं, and भक्ति वृक्ष लता बीज के through होते जाए. So this is very important, right? So preaching is one of the very important aspect, and these wonderful leaders are doing it. Again, we have nearby Rayan International School Villa area, which is called Rohan Ashima. There are like what, I don't know, 22 villas or something Prabhuji there, and our own His Grace Anupam Krishna Prabhuji last Saturday has started Gita course session there. Hari Bol. And let's pray for these wonderful devotees that we are able to connect to more and more souls to Krishna consciousness, and that will actually please Srila Prabhupada. So big Hari Bol for these devotees. Hari Bol. Also, today's Sunday feast is sponsored by Rishu Prabhuji. He is the brother of Ranjit Prabhuji. Am I right, Prabhuji? Okay, so Rishu Prabhuji is there as well? He is not there, but okay, so Ranjit Prabhuji and Joli Mataji is here. So Rishu Prabhuji, his brother, has sponsored for Sunday feast. So big Hari Bol for him as well. Yes, and I would request Karthikeya Prabhuji, this garland to our Ranjit Prabhu. Please, Ranjit Prabhuji. Hari Bol. And I'll take this occasion to tell that Ranjit Prabhuji, Julie Mataji, like what, 2 years Prabhuji now in Krishna consciousness? 2 or 3? 3 years, and looks like the way they have sped up looks like 30 years in Krishna consciousness. Hari Bol. So thank you so much, Ranjit Prabhuji and Julie Mataji, for your wonderful seva. And last but not the least, any newcomers for the day? Anybody who has come for the first time? Program, Mataji side, anybody please stand up. जो पहली बार आए हैं, इससे पहले नहीं आए, चाहे जो भी सेंटर से हो और नहीं आए हो, खड़े रहिए, कोई नहीं, इतनी भीड़, हरे कृष्णा, जय हो, प्रभु जी साइड में कोई खड़े हैं, कोई है जो पहली बार आए हैं, लगता है नगर संकीर्तन और जोर से करना पड़ेगा, हरे कृष्णा, ठीक है, so again, Prabhuji, other important announcement is that the kitchen cleaning and the vessel cleaning seva will stop at some point, or this Sunday onwards only, Prabhu? Will continue because it's shifting, right? So, Vijay Narasimha Prabhu said that this month it will shift.
We still take some more time.
Still take some more time, okay. Fine. So that means that for kitchen cleaning and vessel cleaning seva, you know, the sad part is that this seva will not remain for long. Unfortunately, right? So it's like last few Sundays remaining. So I would request Mataji and Prabhuji, after eating wonderful prasadam, feasted by Rishu Prabhuji and Ranjit Prabhuji, please gather and do kitchen cleaning and vessel cleaning. Right? Especially the younger lot, इनको कमर दर्द का problem नहीं है. I know Prabhuji, right? How it is. So anybody from Mataji's side could volunteer, raise hand. After prasadam. Thank you. After prasadam pe haath utha. Yes. And Prabhuji's side. After prasadam. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I think 3, 4 would be good. Others can change mind and join as well. Hare Krishna. With that, we'll move on to Guru Puja. Thank you so much. And after that, Prabhuji, you are here, Prabhuji, for book. Yes. So Prabhuji is here. And after Guru Puja, Prabhuji, the book purchase, right? So Prabhuji is here, so please be available and take the book and get the sign from Prabhuji as reference. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
क्या पता एंड में वो बोल दे कि नो एंट्री टू
जी हम आपको सामने करेंगे। हाँ हम आपको सामने करेंगे, आप हमारे लिए सब लोगों के लिए लेके आइए।
आई एम आल्सो इन योर लॉट
माताजी नवीन व्यवस्था माताजी माताजी वैसे तो यंग ही है हमारे जैसे हमेशा, बस आश्रम उतना बदल गया है।